the Democratic field gears up for the first big votes in Iowa and New Hampshire, everyone's focus has turned to Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts senator and aunt who writes, "I love you" under all your Facebook pictures. Over the past few weeks, Warren has shot to the top of the polls thanks to her support among college graduates, Hispanic voters, and kids who ate lunch with their English teachers in middle school. But there is one demographic who hears Elizabeth Warren and immediately shits their Armani suits.
Newly minted Democratic frontrunner Elizabeth Warren, she has got Wall Street on edge, some would say in a full-blown panic. Headline after headline with ominous warnings about dropping markets, investors running scared from the prospect of Elizabeth Warren being our next president.
Some Democratic donors on Wall Street are reportedly threatening to vote for President Trump or sit out of the 2020 election cycle if the party nominates Elizabeth Warren.
I think Wall Street, and especially the banks, have every right to be extremely concerned about a Warren presidency.
Look, I've got to tell you, when you get off the desk and you talk to executives, they're more fearful of her winning. I mean, I've never heard anybody say, look, she's got to be stopped.
Yes, Wall Street bankers are more terrified of Elizabeth Warren than they are of a surprise gust of wind. Oh no, my cocaine! Wah! Deep breaths, deep breath, deep breath. And it's not surprising. It's not surprising that the people of Wall Street are afraid, because Elizabeth Warren has proposed some of the most progressive financial policies in years. Things like breaking up the big banks, increasing taxes on the ultra-wealthy, and making it easier for normal people to join the Illuminati. That's like a big thing. Yeah. Some dude's just gonna come in like, "Sorry to interrupt the orgy, but what's the Wi-Fi, guys? My aunt's gonna love these pictures." Now, it's kind of hard to take the Wall Street crowd seriously. And not just because they still think Bluetooth is cool, but also because this isn't the first time they've predicted the end of the world.
Everything that Obama is promising is destructive to our economy and detrimental to the stock market.
I think the national economy is in for a bad thing if he wins.
If it's Obama, Larry, I'm scared for this economy. I'm scared for this country.
Numerous economists and business leaders, they are thinking the economy and the stock market will tank if Trump wins in November.
If Trump wins, you will see a market crash of historic proportions.
Yes, for both Trump and Obama, analysts claimed that the stock market would tank. But do you know what actually happened? The exact opposite. It's been going up for 10 years. Because you see, in many ways, the stock market is a lot like a penis, right? There are many situations where you swear it's going to be down, but surprise, surprise, it just keeps rising, and nobody knows why. You're like, dude, seriously? At grandma's funeral? I'm not controlling it. I don't understand why. It's just happening. So the 1% are clearly not excited at the prospect of Elizabeth Warren winning the White House. But according to these billionaires, they aren't just anti-Warren because she's threatening their wallets. No, they don't like her because she's also hurting their feelings.
The battle of the billionaires continues after Leon Cooperman was brought to tears yesterday on CNBC. Cooperman was and has been very critical of Elizabeth Warren's proposed wealth tax.
I don't need Elizabeth Warren telling me that I'm a deadbeat and that billionaires are deadbeats. The vilification of billionaires makes no sense to me.
People can not only see the emotion on your face, but hear it in your voice when you talk about this, Lee. Why?
I care. That's it.
Wait, are you crying? You're a billionaire who's crying because Elizabeth Warren is criticizing billionaires? Would you like a tissue? Get the out of here, man. Are you serious right now? Let me tell you something. The only time you should be crying as a billionaire is when a ghost teaches you the meaning of Christmas. That's the only time. And I'm disappointed in this, I'm not gonna lie, because of all the things that ever made me want to become a billionaire. There's no, like, I wanted to become a billionaire because I thought the whole point of becoming a billionaire is that you never have to give a shit about money ever again. But these guys over here like, how will I afford to throw a birthday party for my yacht? But clearly, the 1% is terrified at the idea of Elizabeth Warren. She's the billionaire's boogeyman. In fact, she now even has a starring role in a new Wall Street horror movie.
The year I turned 26, I made $49 million, which really pissed me off because it was 3 shy of $1 million a week.
It's time for a wealth tax. Start asking the people who have gained the most from our country to pay their fair share. Just 2 cents.
I feel like that shit. I'm going to hell.